Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hello and welcome everybody to another Alpha Pro Series stream. We're going to have a lovely show match for you today. Join with me is the one, the only, it is Alpha X's Snoopy. Hello Snoopy.
Hey, what's up?
What up? Thank you for joining us a little bit last minute here. I know it's early in the morning for you, but luckily things worked out. Yeah, we're just going to have a good time with this Best of 9 series. I mean, it's classic and innovation, so it's going to be difficult not to have a good time with this one, honestly. You know,
yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a PVZ or PVT rather?
PVT, exactly. It's not a mirror matchup, which is already a big advantage for most people. But yeah, let's see. I think most players are ready, or at least both players are ready. Are we missing anyone streamer-wise in the lobby? I don't think so. Looks like they're all good.
Yeah, we have a bunch of casts, one for the French and one for the Spanish, and I think one for something else. I forgot which one the other one is. Yeah, I think Spanish, French.
Was there another one? I don't know.
I think that's it. Maybe.
Yeah, right. I think that's it as well. But yeah. Anyway, let me turn up the sound for the game as well. Actually, it's already here. That's all good. All right. It's all set already. I was
awesome.
looking ahead of myself. And then I was trying to redo everything I already did. So anyway. Yeah, I can't read Korean, so that is kind of a question mark as to what is going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not Korean or fluent in Korean either, so not sure what they're talking about, but I'm sure maybe some good banter or so.
I hope so. I mean, it looks like INnoVation put a... Is that a sad face, or is that just a... I don't know what's going on face? It's a weird emoji that you don't use really in Europe because it uses Korean symbols.
Yeah.
Alright, actually already now, that is absolutely amazing. We're gonna hop into this first game, guys. As you can hear the countdown ticking down. First of many, hopefully. Let's take a look as what they will show us today. Any expectations for this match, Snoopy?
You know what? I think just based on the year, I think Classic is having a better year than INnoVation. But INnoVation is one of those players where, even though he's going through a slump, I feel
Hmm.
like any given moment he can just go back to like the old INnoVation where he was so dominant and just pull out some great wins. So we'll see.
Indeed, we will. Yeah. Like, I've heard, I think previously from Potato about INnoVation that normally he does pretty quick, aggressive builds in these types of situations when it's just an offline tournament or something like that. He tends to be very, very on the ball with it and try to end it quickly, aggressively. But we'll wait. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we can get a couple of good builds from him. Anyway. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player. He is INnoVation.
And spawning at the top left corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. He is Classic.
Is Classic already sending that gateway quite far away. That's going to help if he does want to send some gateway units across the map for them to get there a little bit quicker. As well as already provide some sort of kind of barricade, right, in case of any sort of weird Hellion run by or something like that, if that is INnoVation's plan here.
Yeah, that's a usually a strategy that Terran can go for, and yeah, walling off does help a lot in terms of defending against those Hellion run-bys. But as you were talking about how INnoVation can pull out some really aggressive builds, it just brings me back to the memory of like back in the days of Nation War, where INnoVation, I think he pulled out like 5 games in a row or something like that. He pulled out like a multi-racks Marine rush.
Oh, wow.
He kept doing it every single game. And yeah, he's definitely one that can pull out very, very aggressive builds.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think the saying goes that if INnoVation is rushing, it means he is looking forward to play League of Legends or something like that. I think that's what Potatoes told me the previous time. That's what they say in Korea. And is that actually a full wall from Classic here? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think so too. Interesting.
I'm expecting Blink Stalkers then, or some sort of robo tech. Right?
Well, he does have a proxy, or not proxy. He does have a probe out there that can do a proxy pylon or proxy tech. But the
Yeah.
Reaper is chasing it down. I think it's searching. Will it find it though? Ooh, just barely miss it. Will he circumvent? Oh no, he's going straight into the main base, but
Yeah.
does get blocked by that Stargate.
The Stargate there in the nick of time, actually. Being put down as the Reaper approaches. Now the Reaper does see the fully walled off, and that just basically means that INnoVation's gonna either have to invest a scan or wait until a much later part in the game when he's actually gonna be able to figure out what the Protoss is doing. Now a scan, you know what, even one scan isn't definitely gonna secure him the scout here, and this Adept actually being an absolute pain. Having to pull back that Reaper, but even with the Reaper here now, it's not going to be enough to take care of this Adept. The Adept still being a nuisance. Luckily, the command center did finish, so Orbital is on the way, but that bunker though, look at that. It's so close. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
That was up. The first Marine would have already been able to kind of stop this from happening, but...
Oh,
oh my god.
The supply depot doesn't raise, but there is a Widow Mine, so that does
surprise.
Yeah.
It does get a good scout off in that main base, sees what is going on. Let me actually see what he exactly saw. He basically sees everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but I think the main thing that INnoVation needs to worry about is that he knows that there is a wall off. He knows that there's something sneaky. His spidey senses should be tingling. Should be aware that there might be some sort of cheese or something. But what does he have? He has actually Phoenixes.
Yeah. Well,
I'm surprised.
The Phoenixes now, and the Phoenixes work out very well against this Widowmine drop, don't they? I mean, as long as they, aren't on the other side of the map as the medevac goes in. It's kind of a little bit of a random factor in this situation here, but looks like so far it's working out for INnoVation.
Yeah, I mean the Phoenix definitely needs to retreat back home to catch this Widowmine drop. I think you should know the timing of Widowmine drops and be aware when to send his Phoenix back home to defend. But anyhow, he is going to
Recall.
recall just in time. So this is a really nice recall.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was
Sweepy.
so close.
That was perfectly timed, really, wasn't it? My god.
Yeah, he
Absolutely
is such a
devastating this.
pro there.
Yeah. It's beautifully done, honestly. Just like, that Widowmine was about to burrow and it was like, nope. Denied.
Yeah, the both players are from the same team, MKer. So I wonder if because they practice a lot, maybe Classic
Oh.
already knows the timing and what Innovation likes to go for what build he likes to go for.
Yeah, it could be. That's a very good point. Then again, like the Widowmine drop, it's a very popular build right now, right? For Terran to use against Protoss.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It feels like a little bit of a Hail Mary in a way, but like if it works, right, it's so incredibly good. And if it doesn't work, it's not the biggest investment that you've put into it already. But then again, of course, you do definitely want to get at least one kill there.
Yeah. All
The
right, looks
Medevac
like.
also got killed, by the way, actually. Sorry.
Oh,
Continue.
oh, sorry. My mistake. Looks like Sushi says Innovation is not from Team MKers. He's on the Chinese team called Kaizi. Oh, okay,
Crazy.
interesting.
Alright. Is that something that is going on just so that he can play in the Chinese Cup or something like that? Or perhaps?
Uh, yeah, maybe.
I don't know for sure either. I will have to research this at some point in the cast. There's a big push coming out. 4 SCVs with 2 siege tanks. A lot of Marines here. Vikings also accompanying this. In come the siege tanks. That is a decent positioning, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and that's a nice bunker and turret placement. That's gonna go really help protect the tanks as well as defend against those pesky Phoenix there.
Yeah, I think INnoVation is really good at keeping up production as well. As like he brings those SCVs. You see that happen with a lot of Terran, right? Bringing the SCVs. But then, not a lot of them actually use the SCVs to start building things. Oh my god, those force fields are absolutely massive. Cutting off quite a big portion of the Terran army. But the siege tank's still in a good position to push back the Protoss. They can't really take advantage of those Marines that were cut off there.
Yeah, Classic doing a really nice job preventing the reinforcement. And he's gonna go dive in here, a flank on both sides with charge lot, and all the tanks are cleaned up, and the bunkers are going to go down as well.
Very nice maneuver there from Classic. Coming in from both sides. Good lifts up on those tanks as well. Not taking too much damage there. And a clean sweep on that push. Now, of course, Classic here does have the 3 base INnoVation. Only on 2 base. Only just now starting his 3rd base. As Classic is making that 4th base. Classic definitely slowly but surely walking away with this map.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you can hold off the big attack from the Terran, and the Terran doesn't have a dirt base, that is a huge, huge lead. Almost impossible to come back against someone of the likes of Classic. But we'll see if INnoVation can pull a rabbit out of his hat. He does have a Marine drop on the dirt base here, undefended. That forces Classic to retreat with his army, buying additional time for INnoVation to build back up.
Okay, that's a good point indeed. How much did it actually do though? Well, 7 works killed by Classic. So only 1 worker killed actually by INnoVation. That is... that's really rough, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. After trying a Widowmine drop, a big push with the siege tanks, and even bringing a couple of SCVs along, then even a Widowmine drop, Viking harassment, attempted everything. Only 1 worker kill so far. That is very good.
Yeah, that's something you definitely don't want. I mean, right now he's enjoying a 66 to 55 worker lead. He got 4 bases to the 3 bases, and I mean, INnoVation hasn't even established his third, so he's kind of at this point, at the very least, on 2 bases.
Yeah, and Classic is a very good point. His 4th base already now saturated here. He's gonna put a lot of pressure on INnoVation to make something work. But Classic actually moving across here. Maybe not something he necessarily has to do, but still, I mean, if it works, it's gonna work here. The Widowmines aren't burrowed yet. Alright, there they go down into the ground, but a lot of them already being taken down by the Zealots. The Zealots are too massive in numbers. The Ghosts do come in, but it might have been too late. Classic absolutely demolishing INnoVation here, taking the first game. GG is called. Wow. Whoa, Classic. Seeming very dominant there, Snoopy.
Yeah, pretty much a textbook hold and pretty much a textbook game overall as well. Just a really strong defense, and then just with a strong timing attack. Just right when INnoVation was trying to establish his third, he had the +2, +1 against the +1 of INnoVation. So he was ahead in the economy upgrade, everything wise, and was able to take that first game there.
Yeah, very, very well done. Keeping away all the aggression. And yeah, like you said, just basically ahead in every aspect, wasn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. But luckily for INnoVation, that was only game one. He has plenty of more games to catch back up. It is a best of 9, so player that wins, that gets the first 5 wins, will win the show match and win the $150 plus prize pool, of course.
Yeah. Very true, very true. And of course, guys, events like these would not be possible without sponsors. So let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, GameStop. They are working with the top teams and the pros from those teams in the gaming industry to bring you the Pro Training Series, which is a monthly video series with pro-level insights and expertise within for all sorts of games such as Fortnite, Overwatch, Call of Duty, PUBG, and even more on the way. You can go check this out at gamestop.com/esports. Just go check them out, guys. They are supporting StarCraft 2 as well. So it's already, you know what, a big boon if you do go over there. gamestop.com/esports. And you to be helping us out. So thank you very much if you're doing that exact thing.
Yep, thank you, GameStop.
Exactly. It's probably the biggest one to thank, isn't it? GameStop.
Yeah. Alrighty, it looks like game number 2 will be on Disco Bloodbath LE. And this map is definitely interesting. Has a lot of dancing elements to it. A lot of colors as well. I guess we'll take a look at it once the game starts.
The Ballroom Blitz, as I like to call it.
Ballroom Blitz, that's nice.
A place where people go to dance in...
And kill.
Yeah, and kill. Using all sorts of weaponry. They really should invest maybe in like a metal detector in this disco. But you know what? I guess then it wouldn't be the Disco Bloodbath anymore. Man. I'm just happy it's not a real club, alright? This is...
Oh man, I can't imagine what kind of club this would be.
Yeah, exactly. Probably, you know those places where they have those foam parties? You've ever been to one of those?
Foam parties?
Yeah, it's like
bubble foams?
Yeah, like soapy foam.
Yeah.
And then like the entire, like they have these big machines that just shoot out foam. And like at the start you're like, oh, fun, foam. And then you go in and like after a while all the foam gets absolutely disgusting because people have been running through it with all their sweatiness of dancing all the time, you know. It gets absolutely horrible. I feel like Disco Bloodbath would kind of be the same idea. Where people at the start are like, haha, fun, a Disco Bloodbath. And then after a while they realize what the absolute horrors are that take place in such a setting. And they're like, maybe not ever again. Right. I think both players are looking forward to starting the next map.
Yep, just confirming if INnoVation is ready to go. INnoVation says go. Classic says go. GG.
There we go. GG's being called already. Disco Bloodbath, a great map for Terran, a short distance for them to push across, and some nice locations for you to start sieging up your opponent as well. INnoVation, already we saw him favor the siege tank play, so I'm wondering if we're going to see that again in this map, because it is a good map for that exact same thing.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of nooks and crannies and a lot of kind of areas where a good siege tank position would be very deadly. But we'll see if INnoVation does it this game. Anyhow, spawning at the I guess the 10 o'clock position, we have the blue Terran player. He is INnoVation.
His opponent in the 4 o'clock. It's the red Protoss up 1-0 right now, taking the early lead. It is classic.
All right, so Kozin, I want you right now to just pan to the middle of the map, on that little bear in the center of the map.
Sorry.
Or I guess I don't know what it is, a panda or I don't know.
I think it's an Ewok.
Ewok? Okay, yeah, Ewok. All right.
An Ewok
I want
with
you
a
to give
tail.
And a stick.
And yeah, but they have sticks. Ewoks do.
Yeah, I want you to zoom into that little Ewok, and I want you to give it a name.
Bernard.
Bernard. Bernard. Okay.
It's the big Ewok Bernard.
Awesome. So forevermore, this little Ewok will be Bernard.
There we go. You know, actually, there's other tiny Ewoks as well across the map. I mean, we probably should look at the game as well. But over here, I don't know if you can see my camera, but look, there's a couple over here. And they actually move around, like they are animated if you do go over there. Now, it would be amazing if they actually were dancing on the dance floor there, but that probably would, you know, be a little bit in the way for the people trying to play the map. Actually, that would be kind of interesting. Just things on the map that move around, you know, and it's a very awkward place to be fighting because the environment itself is moving.
Oh yeah, I think the probe just walked on the little color tiles, and that activated the dancing. So I think you need to have something on the color tile, to make it move.
I think it's just because of vision. I might be wrong, but as long as we have vision of it, like it should start moving.
All right, we have the Reaper coming in here for INnoVation here, but we'll have to retreat because the Adept just pops up just in time. Oh, will he time it correctly? Oh, does cancel it.
I guess he had to, right? Otherwise the Reaper would have gotten into the main base there.
Yeah. Oh, actually, interestingly enough, Classic is following his Adept with a Sentry.
Oh.
Usually, I think it's a Stalker or a second Adept, but
yeah,
he's going to actually go for a Sentry. Interesting.
Very, very interesting indeed. INnoVation on the other side is looking like he will do the same thing as we saw previously. And that is kind of INnoVation in a nutshell, isn't it? Like, he just practices one build and then he does it over and over and over again until he's just really good with that one build in particular. And, well, it's looking like we are seeing that exact same thing again with the Widowmine drop. Reacted Marines as well. So I'm very curious to see. Yeah, we'll most likely be gonna having the siege tank push again. I'm assuming. I'm making assumptions, but I'm willing to do so. Classic on the other side. Going for Blink this time. Foregoing the Phoenix completely. And this is a lot more standard, isn't it? Just going for the Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, I think this map is pretty good for Blink. You can use the Observer or even the Sentry, the early Sentry that he made to hallucinate a Phoenix or Oracle and give him vision for the high ground to blink into. So definitely a good choice on this map.
Indeed it is, yeah. I mean, if you do go Blink first, and that's probably why he went to Sentry before, like he did. Just so he could get that hallucination out, right? Because he won't have the robotics facility as quickly, so he won't be able to get the Observer. He doesn't have Phoenixes to scout with, so he has to get that Sentry to just use an hallucination, most likely.
All right. Oh, classic. He defended against the Widowmine drop, but he's gonna assume that INnoVation just went back, went kind of retreated with his medevac, but it's still there. Does he have vision of it? I think he does. No. Oh, he does have it now. Just a quick clear. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that soccer does seize it.
it's kind of stuck there now. I guess it's still a potential thing that could happen, right? And as soon as Classic loses focus and forgets about it, INnoVation could pounce on that location. But it looks like Classic just, you know what, too professional to really let that happen here. Not gonna allow something like that to slip his mind.
All right, so pretty much very similar opening there, except there isn't tanks this time around for
Yeah.
INnoVation. But he's still stuck on 2 base with 3 barracks producing Marine and Marauders. He's going to go for maybe possibly a stem timing here. His stem is about to finish. His medevac is about to pop out.
Oh, I really like this, honestly. Going for the Widow Mines instead of the Siege Tanks. Now, the Siege Tanks, they are very good, right? But he did see Classic going for a very, very heavy Zealot army previously. And I do think myself that the Widow Mine is a little bit better against those Zealots than the Siege Tank is. Especially if you want to push across the map. Yeah, the Zealot just never really enjoying its time fighting against Widow Mine.
All right, these Blinkstock is trying to buy some time for him to warp in some units to defend against this, as well as his charge upgrade and his +1, +1/1. And I think Classic looks to be in a good position here. His upgrade's about to finish, and he does have a good amount of units there.
Yeah, he does. Look, more stuff for INnoVation
Oh.
appearing now in those medevacs, and he's going into the main base, splitting up his units. This is gonna, you know what, this is gonna be the one moment where he might be able to get something done. It's gonna be difficult for the Blink Stalkers, even though they have Blink, of course, to really get something done here. A good unburrow from the Widow Mines, not allowing these detonations to take place on top of his bio forces there. Alright, there we go, good detonations. Now, there is a second force of Marine Marauder coming in the third base as well. Still looking to do some damage. INnoVation has to do some damage. Actually, he's cleaning up the main base, Snoopy. Look at that.
Yeah, the force field actually worked against the charge lot of Classic, which allowed the Marine Marauder ball to just pretty much clean up all the rest of the charge lot. And there is pretty much nothing left. There is one Immortal popping up to help defend. The attack at the dirt, they get cleaned up. But can he clean up this one at the main base? That's the question.
Really hope he can for Classic's sake. More Widow Mines making their appearance with a couple of Marauders as well. Good connections here. One more Widow Mine can still connect. If it connects onto those 4 Zealots, that would be absolutely massive. A good connection. Does he have enough? Oh my dear lord. Was he targeting the Warbler Gate there for a moment? It's kind of interesting. Still giving it his all, but I don't think he will actually break Classic here.
Yeah, but he did. Yeah, he did a lot of damage though, and right now he's enjoying a 125 to 79 supply lead, and he has his third base established compared to last game where he did not have his third base established.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Most of that supply is within the army supply though, so he has to keep the pressure up here, I feel like, to maintain his advantage or even push it a little bit further.
Yeah, he does have the quantity advantage, but he doesn't have the quality advantage as his upgrades are lacking behind of Classic. So he definitely want to, with this timing window, do enough damage or even possibly close out the game before the upgrade lead just goes out of control for Classic.
Absolutely. And that's why he is coming in again. The Widow Mines, everything. Alright, going into the main base once more. There is INnoVation finding that same location again that worked so well for him previously. It's the Barodos Mines. Alright, there they go. No, the Zealots are on top of his bio though. Might wanna... Ooh, didn't move back as quickly as he could.
Oh, but the Liberators are joining this force, and there's the lack of Stalkers here in the main army to take the Liberators down. And oh man, look at those Liberators go, taking down those Immortals and charge lots.
That is massive damage, and now he's forced to make more stalkers, and there's a lot of marauders there. GG being called. INnoVation managing to push that advantage through and tying up the series again.
Yeah, we got ourselves a series here.
Yeah, we opened up truly the way we want to. I mean, it's either, right, the one way you either want it to have happen is they keep switching, so this player wins, then player B wins, then player A wins, then player B wins, but either that way, or you want to have it the way where it's like having one player go up to like 4 games won, and then all of a sudden the other player starts winning 5 games in a row, right? The reverse sweep. That is the 2 ways I like to see my best of 9s.
Yeah, same here.
And well, we're in for a treat, I hope. Next game will be on Thunderbird. Any predictions for this map, Snoopy?
Thunderbird. You know, I see a lot of macro games here, so I'm thinking this might go to the late game here, possibly.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
both games so far has kind of pretty much ended in the mid game around there, but this map has a lot of mineral patches, a lot of bases.
True.
So yeah.
Yeah, it kind of supplements very well, right, for a quick 3 base opening for any kind of player. But man, I don't know if we're gonna see that same Phoenix opening again. That was kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that a little bit more, so I can explore that a little bit further. But yeah, I'm kind of curious, especially to see what INnoVation is going to do here.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could definitely see Classic go for that Phoenix build again, because you know that mineral patch in the middle of the map, it does prevent or slow down a lot of ground movements, the mobility of the ground army. So you can, you know, with Phoenix you can kind of circumvent that, and also there's a lot of areas you can proxy Stargate as well if you want to go Oracles instead. But anyhow, let's go ahead and introduce our players.
In the bottom right side of the Thunderbird, we have the blue Terran player on the Chinese team right now. He's INnoVation.
And at the top left, we have the red Protoss player from MKers. It is Classic.
Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, this map does not have any dancing Ewok, so
yeah,
pretty sad about that. But
not much.
Hopefully,
to talk
it
about.
turns out to be a good game.
Unless if we call the mineral patches, we give them all a separate name, right? They're a little family, like the what's it? The 7 dwarfs. You have the 8 mineral patches in the middle.
Oh man, I think there's just too many mineral patches on this map to give each of them individual names.
It's just the middle ones, just the 8.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna just be thinking of mineral patches names up until
I know,
everything.
right?
Oh, the game ended. Ah, man, we still had 2 names to go. But anyway, so far very standard openings from both players. Nothing being proxied, nothing crazy going on. Quick Nexus from Classic. Probably going to see a quick command center here from INnoVation as well, once more. And we'll have to wait until these builds develop a little bit further along so we can see what their plan actually is for this series.
Yeah, so far it doesn't look like there's any cheese or proxies that are going to be coming here. It's just going to be a standard opening from both players here. There is going to be an SCV scout, so you will see everything is just spiffy and clean from Classic here. No dirty cheese. And a nice little wall off there with the cybernetic core to prevent the Reaper from jumping in and out.
Yeah. A true Protoss staple right now. Blocking that Reaper from jumping in. It's difficult for the Terrans that way, of course, to get that same scout going as they kind of are used to. I'm wondering if they're gonna see this like some sort of development later on, right? Because it does kind of feel like it is a little bit tricky for the Reaper now and again to really get those scouts off. But actually INnoVation playing it smart this time. Hiding the Reaper. waiting a little bit for those Protoss units to move outwards a little bit, and now he's gonna go in with a little bit of a delayed timing.
Yeah, and then he's gonna jump into the main, and will he? Yeah, he will see this Stargate here. That's a big scout there.
There he goes. Still, oh my god, the
Oh,
Adept cancelled the shade there. Alright, it doesn't matter, it's still gonna go down. No probes will be harmed during... Oh my god! Just as to say that another probe dies. Alright, well...
it's a caster curse.
Yep, truly, truly. Already 3 probes having been killed here. There's some good amount of damage actually early on in the game here from INnoVation.
For sure. And I think the big scout on that Stargate is going to give him a lot of time to prepare his defense here. But there are 2 adepts coming forward here, which he will have to defend. I'm not sure if 4 Marines will be enough. Maybe. With the Phoenix as well, the Phoenix lift.
Yeah. Do you think actually, random thought time, do you think INnoVation, the second game we saw in Disco Bloodbath, that he didn't go for the siege tanks because of the Phoenix play he saw in the first game, right? Because siege tanks... Actually, no, never mind, he's still making siege tanks, so most likely doesn't care that much about the Phoenixes versus a siege tank.
Yeah, I mean, there were a little bit of a mistake by
Switching
INnoVation
though.
during that engagement on the first game. He did unsiege right when the Charlotte attacked, so he gave him gave Classic some time to kind of take some swipes. Hopefully, the engagement this time for INnoVation, at least he's hoping, will go much better.
Tabs looking for some damage in combination with those Phoenixes. Phoenix is getting a little bit of an opportunity now. And killing off 1 SCV for the price of an
Gotta be
Adept.
careful.
Some Marines as well. It's respectable.
Respectable, but I don't think he wants to be lifting Marines with those Phoenix. I think he wanna, take those medevacs out. Maybe even take that down the Cyclone as well.
Yeah.
But so far, good defense there by INnoVation. Hasn't lost too much.
Beggars can't be choosers, Snoopy. I mean, already killing off... I mean, yeah, it seems never really like something valuable, killing off those Marines, but like if you keep at it over time, right, it really does add up, I feel like. And then the pushes of the Terran, they become a lot less potent just because they have so many less Marines than they should have.
Oh, yeah. And sniping those SCVs, doesn't look like INnoVation is keeping up with the SCV production, so he's gonna be not as nearly saturated on his natural, which means that this attack needs to do some extra bit of damage to kind of even out the worker and the economy.
Yeah. Again, making those Widow Mines. Just 3 barracks production right here for INnoVation. And looks like he will be starting to move across the map here.
Oh wait, did he cancel that siege tank?
Yeah, he did.
Ah.
Fairly early on, he was like, you know what, never mind, I'm gonna go Widow Mine. Oh, maybe needs to live. Oh my dear lord, okay. 1 Widow Mine already going down here. That's a great pick off. Another Widow Mine being picked off. 2 Widow Mines, actually. And that is some nice value being found there by the Phoenixes, although they might be caught out of position here. 1 goes down, other 1 very low, but that was definitely very much worth it for Classic, as he now is on those 3 base. So the longer he can delay this push, the more advantage he can gain out of that economy of a 3 base, of course.
Definitely. And all the gateways are done. Charge is about to finish. It's going to have a lot of army production very, very soon. And again, INnoVation doesn't have a dirt base on the way. So he is, he definitely got to do a bunch of damage with this attack here.
Yeah. This is so smart though from Classic, lifting up all the Widow Mines and specifically going after Widow Mines because he does have charge and he's mostly going for the Zealot army here. So if INnoVation doesn't have those Widow Mines, he just won't really have the units he needs to clean up the Zealots here.
Ooh, you might want to force field and buy some time for that +1 armor there, or I guess +1 attack.
More Zealots coming in. Those force fields are reasonable, but makes it very difficult for those Zealots to engage as well, of course. Though they probably don't want to go down the ramp as much. With those Widow Mines being there. Oh my god, great lift up. There's no more Widow Mines. But is that just too many Marines actually? INnoVation microing back has the units here. Stimming up the ramp. Fight took place outside of that cannon range. Outside of the shield battery. And, well, I think INnoVation actually might be doing this. Oh, the banner mule.
Oh man.
Oh, Jeep being called.
Just adding insults to injury.
Classic, feeling the hurt there. Oof. Oof. Alright. That was quite something. Taking two games in a row there. I thought those Phoenixes were doing enough damage and delaying the push enough, but apparently he just needed like one big more warp in. And maybe allow INnoVation a little bit further up the ramp and then engage with the Zealots coming from two angles. Because a lot of those Zealots on the ramp still kind of block each other, right? They don't really get as much damage as they really want to.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh well. Is this a good moment? Actually, guys, I would like to take it. So, giving a huge shout out to one of our wonderful sponsors. It is 24 Hour Fitness, who for over 30 years have been dedicated to helping people achieve their fitness goals. They have, well, a lot of locations, 436 to be exact. That's a lot of locations for you to work out. Fully equipped with weights, cardio machines, studio classes, and awesome personal trainers. So if you are in need of some more fitness in your life, we all do, right? We're gamers. We're not known as the best fitness people, so you know what? We probably all do. Yeah, go and join 24 Hour Fitness because they support the esports scene, so that's very much worth it. Also, guys, I want to just remind you that there is a code, right? A Maturino code. Let me see, actually, the game. Right, they are just setting up right now. Let me go quickly into this screen right here. If you want to help out, you can go to... Oh, wait, that is the wrong one. Alright, well, never mind about that then. But, yeah. Apparently my screens switched there. That was the wrong screen I was showing. Anyway. Okay, well, anyway. My bad. I'm sorry. We have the Maturino codes and pages. If you want to help out, go to the Maturino page. There's a little link up there above the chat. And yeah, it should be good. Go to the link, grab the code, copy paste the code into the link, and you should be good.
Yeah, the Maturina code, I think that adds $1 per coupon code.
Yeah, something like that.
Definitely help the players out for their awesome performance, plays, and games. Guys, if you guys are just tuning in, the series is right now currently 2-1 in favor of INnoVation. We're about to hop into our fourth game, and it will be on the map of World of Sleepers.
World of Sleepers, very nice.
Alrighty here, spawning at the bottom left corner of the map, we have the red Terran player. He is up 2-1, looking to extend his lead to 3-1. It is INnoVation.
INnoVation and his opponents down one game right now. Looked very dominant in that first game, but can he keep it up? It is the blue Protoss player. He needs to get a score as well back on the board. It is classic.
All right, so this map has a lot of base, or actually 4 bases that are only 1 assimilators. You gotta actually mine out the one between I guess like between the around the pylon right now, in order to have access to the 4th base that has 2 assimilators. So just needs to send a little bit of workers there to mine, and then you'll have access to that rich base there with the 2 gases instead of one.
All right, yeah. Very, very true. Yeah, World of Sleepers. I like this map. Always think it's a great map overall. You know what? Personally, I always like the creativity with the small mineral patches, and the new stuff that people are doing with it. It's a lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's also a great map to sleep on as well.
Exactly. An entire world dedicated for you to sleep upon.
I know,
That
right?
is a dream come true. But, yeah, so far, both players, again, opening up kind of standard. Neither of these players really committing to an early cheese build, are they?
Yeah, interesting enough, they have been respectful of one another, and just hasn't got cheese. Um, although, as I say that, I think about last game and how INnoVation did a 30 mood drop at the end, but neither nor here or there. Looks like we had the Reaper won't be able to go into the main base. Last game, we had the Reaper going into the main base, getting the scout on the Stargate was gave him some time to prepare for it. But this time around, he's going to be in the dark here as he just is preoccupied with defending against this adept that's coming across the map.
Yeah. And this is how the first game started out as well, although he doesn't get the bunker this time, so not getting as much value as previously. But still, maintaining, as you said, INnoVation in the dark here. Oh, looks like there are enough Marines though now to force it back again. Just a smidge of health remaining on that Adept. Barely getting out there, escaping with his life.
Yeah, both players are just microing really well in this early game. The Adept, really low life, was able to survive. And then there's a bunch of Marines and Reaper that was also damaged, but survived to live to tell the tale here. And looks like we have a Robo and Blink opening. So same opening for Classic as the past.
Yeah,
While INnoVation, he's going for a different build, actually.
he's
Going
going for
for
the
instead of the,
Cyclones again. Do you think that he's just trying to prep for the Phoenixes once more? Because that is what he saw most of the time, right? Or at least 2 out of the 3 games so far.
possibly, yeah. I mean, the Cyclone is a pretty good unit to defend against pretty much anything early game. So,
That's
you know,
true.
it's good against Oracle, it's good against Stalker pressure. Pretty much very versatile unit there to defend. And yeah, he's just going for a 3 racks here. Interesting. I think he's going for a big bio push. He's skipping. He probably. I think he's might be skipping the Metavax. We know that after the patch, stem got reduced to like 121 to 100 seconds. So, but then a lot of protests thinking, oh, it doesn't do too. It's not big deal because you still gotta wait for the Metavax. But if you go for a build that just forgets about the Metavax, you just rely on the stem timing,
Yeah.
then this could be really, really, really powerful.
Yeah, I think you're making a very good call there. Of course, it does become a lot more all-in, right? You cannot really move backwards again, retreat with such a force if you do not have the Medivacs.
Yeah, and looking pretty all in because he's actually adding some tanks along with it. Still, again, not getting the 3rd base. And oh, he blink in. He does blink in.
Pulling away with that Cyclone very nicely, and needs to be careful not to lose it still though. Oh my god, that Cyclone somehow, some way, still not being picked off, and a lot of the Stalkers dying immediately there. Wow. That was a hook, line, and sinker if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's really great micro there by INnoVation to save that Cyclone. And now he's ready for the push. He's got the stem about to be done, combat shield about to be done. Looking like a really strong push there. 51 army
Oof.
supply, 220. And now the gateways are done. Will Classic have enough to defend against this?
I don't think so. Honestly, this is looking very rough. INnoVation trying his best to keep these thugs away from his dear tech lab. But still marching across the map with this enormous force. One siege tank already in an absolutely amazing position. The second one joining him right now. The third one on the way too. 2 bunkers going down. A cyclone is here. A lot of production already gonna go down. There's some zealots and 1 immortal coming in. But that's not enough. INnoVation looking like he is going to win out with this very, very aggressive push. GG being called. Going up 3-1 right now. What a game, what a game. What a strategy.
Yeah, what a push. I know, right? And that map is actually pretty not as far away. There's no big obstacle, no mineral obstacle to go across or circumvent to. So the army can actually arrive at your opponent's base quicker compared to, let's say, Thunderbird. So yeah, great timing there, great push. And INnoVation has pushed his lead to a 3-1 lead. And I think in the beginning of this show match, we would have probably predicted that Classic will be 3-1 at this point, but nope, it's INnoVation. He's bringing out the aggressive strategies.
Yeah, yeah. Looks like he might be wanting to finish this off quickly again. But then again, it is so common for Terran to do those types of pushes as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And again, the stem patch, very, 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 I guess useful nowadays in the meta because we saw Classic going for that fast third base, and that stem change, that stem I guess buff is exactly for that, to punish Protoss that going for that fast third base,
Yep.
and you can see that it hit before the +1/1 was able to finish. So yeah, I think that's a really strong build that I think a lot of Terrans can use in the latter games.
For sure, for sure. And even with such a big map, World of Sleepers, a very, very big map. It takes a long time to move across there. It still works pretty fine, honestly. Very nicely. Right.
Also, it didn't help that Classic had a lot of its production at the natural right in the front.
Oh, yeah.
All pylon with the Artosis pylon. So
Yeah, true.
if he wanted to, he could have sniped that Artosis pylon and just depowered everything.
Yeah, you didn't even need to, though. You could just kill off the gateways themselves. It was like, alright, down they go. But, yeah, very well played there by INnoVation. Maybe, actually, looking back on the previous games, realizing there's an opportunity for him to do this exact build and taking advantage of that, especially after Classic lost quite a few Stalkers, overcommitting into the main base of INnoVation there. And really not killing off pretty much anything, did he? Maybe like a Marine or a Marauder or something, but that, I mean, the Cyclone's still alive. None of the Siege tanks got killed. Nothing really of value got achieved there.
Yeah, that was a great defense, awesome defense by INnoVation. Didn't really lose anything, and again, saving that Cyclone, it helped in the battle as well. So I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, he didn't really need the Cyclone.
No.
But it's always great to have the Cyclone.
Yeah, true. It still helps out. It still packs a mean punch, honestly. Especially if you look it onto like something like a Immortal or something, and then you just keep wailing at it after it lost his shield. Goes down very quickly that way. But then again, Stim Marines also are really good against something like that. Anyway, game number... It's game number 5. Yeah, game number 5 already. INnoVation, 2 games away already. Looking very dominant, and we thought Classic maybe a little bit more favored so far, but you know what? INnoVation proving us wrong. Here we go. Let's do the scores. Up 3-1 right now. It's the blue Terran player in the top left. He is INnoVation.
And spawning at the bottom right, we have red Protoss player from Team MKers looking to come back into this series here, and hopefully to tie up the series at this in the next two games. Anyhow, it is classic.
I hope so too, Snoopy. I really would appreciate Classic showing some stranger builds this time. Like, it seems like he's just doing the same, well, more so the same two builds, actually. But they are very, very similar, right? They both try to take that third base very quickly. They both try to make use of Zealots a lot, right? Either that, it's combined the Zealots with the Phoenixes, or it's combined the Zealots with the Stalkers. And I think INnoVation just kind of figured that out. And now it's just doing pushes that are good against that. In Classic,
Yeah,
not really finding another appropriate response against this.
yeah. I feel like he should be aware by now that innovation is doing a bunch of two base timings.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if maybe he wants to kind of delay maybe the third base or go for a, I don't know, disruptors can sometimes help against that.
Yeah.
Just something that will be better prepared for that two base timing.
Yeah, exactly. And INnoVation also, to be honest, like, he's been very good at just changing up his own tech route as well, ever so slightly, right? If he sees
Oh, yeah,
the
for sure.
Phoenixes, he foregoes the siege tanks, and then he goes for the Widow Mines. If he doesn't see them, he just, you know what, he's like, alright, let me go siege tanks, let me grab some of those. They will be very strong, especially if you, like, Classic, for example, you see them, like Protoss, when they do go for quick 3 base, sometimes you see this very quick Colossus build as well, accompanying it. But siege tanks, obviously, very good against those Colossus.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, it's very tricky. Overall,
I wouldn't mind seeing a Colossus build in this game.
yeah. Well, we might see it, but it's going to be difficult, I have to say. I mean, Twilight Council now on the way. Oh, ooh, Reaper may have gotten in there. Is he still going to try? Yes, he is. Alright, it's only a sentry here, but it's more than enough to force that Reaper backwards again. Didn't want to commit to that. Going in very low HP.
And here we go. It looks like INnoVation is going to change it up once again, going back to that 1-1-1 build instead of the 3 barracks. So nice change up for INnoVation. Looks like Classic going for the same blink opening here. So he's going to just rely on the Stalker to hold him off, to hold off any two base timing from INnoVation.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's definitely going to help out against the Widowmine drop that we are seeing being produced right now. If he can hold off that Widowmine drop as well as he did in the first game, that would be an absolutely amazing start for him, and kind of what he needs to do right now. Honestly, I feel like to get his mindset back into the game. Alright, here is the medevac. I don't know if that probe actually spotted it going outside. Like, it did move downwards a little bit, just as the medevac was flying, but I'm not sure. I don't think it did. And it might have, though, because we are seeing a lot of Stalkers already positioning themselves ready to prepare against a drop from that vicinity. Then again, yeah, nothing in the main base, so we must have seen something there. At the same time as that medevac with the Widowmine drop is going, across the map, Classic making that pylon on the other side, whopping in some Stalkers now. Gonna apply the pressure on the other side using that blink as well. Oh my dear lord, he just moved away his entire defense. This is an opening. If INnoVation goes in now with that medevac, that could be quite big.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's actually going in that right now. And it looks like the blink attack is about to commence. This is a great map to blink in because there's a lot of surface area to the main, so he could he could definitely snipe that the stem or the combat shield. That would be really, really huge. Just gotta be careful. There are a bunch of fire units, and he's gonna blow. Oh, he snipes the Marauder first. Nice targeting, and only Marines left. A lot of SCVs being pulled. And oh, the Widow Mine commencing as this at the same time. But the big danger here is the Stalkers in the main. Will he be able to defend against it? More SCVs being pulled. Can he hold this? I think he will just barely hold against this. How many SCVs or probe died? Oh, it looks like only 4. So nice defense there by Classic at his main base.
Yeah, very well done, honestly. Classic in a dominating lead right now. He's still having a couple of stalkers across that map ready to do some harassment. Doesn't want to let them die for nothing though, of course. Good control there. Classic now established his third base behind this as well. Very, very nicely done. Killing off a lot of the bioforce before it grows into those numbers where you can't really deal with it anymore with just pure blink stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, he's whittled them down, and he's also prevented INnoVation from getting a third base. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's INnoVation in the past. He's been able, even though he has a late third base, he was able to punish with his strong army. But now his army is kind of pretty weak. Even these blink stalkers are handling it with no problem.
Very well done there. And still maintaining the pressure as well. Not allowing INnoVation a moment's rest here. These stalkers continuously just forcing INnoVation to pay attention to all sides of his map. All sides of his base is what I mean.
Yeah, he's keeping INnoVation back at his home while he's producing the 5 gateways are just about to pop out, which will definitely help during the big push that INnoVation is going for here.
Yeah, right. Well, he does have a good amount of medevacts here. Reasonable amount of bio. If those middle mines get in a good position, maybe INnoVation can make something work here. But Classic in a dominating lead still. And with those gateways, as you mentioned, that is going to be a great boon for Classic here. He should be able to just keep warping in units and make enough of a force to defend against this.
Yep, and 1-1 just finished, so he will have the upgrade lead compared to INnoVation's +1. And these stalkers still poking in and out. But yeah, he looked like he's got a bunch of charge lot. Even got some mortar coming out.
Losing a stalker
And,
for his troubles, but
he should be fine, I think.
yeah. Going in right now before the Widowmine's burrow. A good split on those zealots. Oh my god. Massive connections actually from the Widowmines on top of those sentries. And now there is still a lot of bio remaining. There's only 2 Widowmines though. So the zealots are going to be very strong. But there are a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders right here. 2 more Widowmines as well joining in the fray. Massive connections. Oh my dear lord. Alright, I mean, this is not looking that great for Classic right now. He's losing too much to those Widow Mines. As INnoVation still parading his units across the map. Healing up before he goes in again. Waiting for those 2 other Widow Mines now. He should be looking forward again. Oh, 2 Liberators now joining in as well. This is going to secure this location for INnoVation by a large margin here. Moving forwards, trying to lure those Protoss units into the liberation zones. Good pick up there on the Widow Mine on the right. But still, INnoVation trading out very, very nicely here. Getting very good trades. And Classic just not finding any good angle. Snoopy! I think we're seeing INnoVation win again.
Oh man. Wow, those Widow Mine shots were the MVPs of this game. Connected with so much of the Classic's army there.
Yeah. And even without seeing the Phoenixes this time, he didn't go for the siege tanks. I wonder if that was something particular to this map, or if it was something, just something else entirely. Because they've just been working out very nicely.
Yeah, now INnoVation enjoying a 4-1 lead, only 1 game away from securing this show match here.
Yeah, yeah, I think, you know what? Well, we have 2 maps left. Triton and Windsor's Gate. What map do you think Classic is gonna pick between those 2?
Let's see. Triton, Winter's Gate. I'm actually not sure. I mean, either should be fine.
Triton.
Oh, it looks like he's gonna Triton. Okay.
Very well, very well.
Potato Pleb in the Discord chat said the chat says production tab, please. Okay.
I think it got put on later indeed, but yeah, I didn't have it on there for a little while.
Well, our apologies. We'll make sure to put the production tab for this next game here. It will be on Triton, and again, INnoVation with a 4-1 lead here.
There it is. Yeah, full one on game point right now. Doing a great job.
Well, you did say in the beginning of the show match that you one of the things that you like is a player goes up 4-1, and then the other player just comes back and takes over.
I'm gonna go toilet 1 sec, Snoopy. I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
If
no
you could
problem.
do
No
a
problem.
shout out or something, I would appreciate it, and then we'll start the game.
Oh yeah, sure. All right, guys. Let's do another shout out to one of our sponsors before this game starts. To GameSpot. They have always given power to the players, and now they're bringing it specifically to esports players. And I mean, they have a lot of great deals, a lot of great programs, such as the trade-in program where you can actually trade in your old games that you don't play anymore, your old consoles, even cell phones that you don't use anymore, and you can trade in for GameSpot credits or cash to buy, a new phone or a new game or a new gaming console. So pretty much trading in your old stuff for new stuff, which is pretty awesome. So make sure to check them out at GameSpot.com and even their
Okay,
Twitter,
I'm
maybe.
back.
Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry, did I interrupt the shout out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just at the end, so it's all right.
Okay,
Just got
okay.
the-
Which one
yeah,
did you
pretty
shout
much
out?
GameSpot.
GameStop. Okay. A marvelous service for everyone
For
that's
sure.
involved with gaming. Truly showing that passion for the gaming community as well by supporting all sorts of events. Absolutely lovely. Alright, anyway. Game point, Snoopy. Is it gonna happen here? Is
Crossing my
INnoVation
fingers.
just gonna run away with this entire series?
We shall see.
We shall see. Alright, in the bottom right side of the map, it's the red Protoss player. He is classic.
And spawning at the top left corner of the map, we have our blue Terran player from Kaizai Gaming. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but anyhow, he is one game away from winning this whole show match series. Will he do it? It is INnoVation.
Perfect.
Oh wait, it's Kaizi Gaming. Okay, sorry, Kaizi Gaming.
I
All right.
see gaming. You know, it was a big holiday actually, like a big cheerful day. How do you call this? Like, I think it's called a holiday, right? For China yesterday, one of the biggest. Well, huh. You know, one of those celebratory days where they all go out drinking and stuff. Apparently for China it was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Really big
That's
one.
cool.
The Festival
Yeah, I have
of
no
the
idea.
Moon or something like that.
Oh yeah. I think yeah. Something like a festive moon thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to hear about it because one of my friends is doing university in China, and well, apparently he got invited to go somewhere with a couple of Chinese people, and then on his way back he got lost and his GPS wasn't working.
Oh.
So as it was in the middle of the night, he contacted me. And I had to use Google Maps to try and find the street that he was on, and then guide his home way back again.
Oh man.
It was a great adventure, but it was a lot of fun.
I'm like I wonder how, like, back in the old days where there was no smartphones, people had to rely on maps instead. People that didn't have maps, like, how would they find their way back home? That'd be pretty scary.
I don't even know. Well, he said he was trying to find the river, and then as soon as he found the river, he could follow that up until a bridge, and then he would know where to go again. Then still,
Ah, I
like,
see.
I mean, if you follow a river, you don't know whether you should go left or right with that river, do you? And then, unless if you know if it's going to go up or downstream. But then, if you're truly lost, oh boy, what's going on here?
Ah, Miguel.
Miguel in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Miguel has had some
Mid-Autumn Festival outside.
internet problems recently, so unfortunate for him. Hopefully, his internet gets better.
Let's hope so.
But usually, he just kind of lags a little bit and then comes back. But there are those rare occasions where he does lag completely out. So hopefully, that doesn't happen.
Let's hope so
Uh,
indeed. Oh,
yeah, Miguel's part
he's
of our
back.
French stream there. So, ooh, look like he will be back here. So good for us.
The stream does continue. So yeah, actually my friend just messaged me. He's watching the stream. It's the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Ah, Mid Autumn Festival. Hey,
Yes.
welcome, cousin friend. Hope you enjoying the games.
Sure that he is. He is a Protoss player as well. Well, I guess he's not enjoying them as much then. But then again,
Yeah,
I
because
don't.
Classics is having a difficult time in this series.
Yeah. He's still learning something, I guess, right? That is the most important thing. I mean, maybe the builds that Classic is doing isn't working against INnoVation, but then again, like, they probably will still work against pretty much most of the other players that you meet on ladder. But then again, I guess you're not going to be able to execute them as probably as Classic. Classic here coming in very aggressively with 2 adepts. Not finding much damage actually. 2 Marines did get killed off. Not much of anything else, but ooh, it might give an opportunity for the Oracle, but there is a Cyclone right there. Ready to push that backwards.
Yeah,
Second
so
Oracle.
far so good for INnoVation. Hasn't been able to find any damage so far with those adepts and with the Oracle. Although the Oracles are going to the natural this time around, there are a few Marines, but Cyclones are stationed at the main base, so maybe this Oracle can dwindle the Marine count here.
That would be really good. I mean, there's not that many Marines. You can just pounce on top of this. Oh, has to retreat though because of the Cyclone that is coming in. That was a very quick reaction out of Classic actually. Maybe it was because the other one was low HP, but wow, just barely avoiding being locked onto by that Cyclone there. Oh wait, oh my god, INnoVation, you absolute monster. Somehow, someway finding those Oracles again with his Cyclone, moving out on the map. And killing off the one that was half HP. And now there's only just a little bit of HP left on this one. Another one full HP. Still finding some damage here.
Ooh, just barely got a 5th there.
Yeah. Now Classic again behind this, getting that quick 3rd base. I'm wondering if it's gonna get punished again though. I mean the Oracles, they did a little bit of damage, but only full. He lost... Oh, he lost 1 Oracle so far. They are gonna help out still against this army, right? Maybe he needs to get some status ward traps. I think that would be a very good call here.
But he doesn't have enough energy on Oracle right now. He's trying to buy enough time with those stalkers. But the gateways are still halfway done. 3 additional gateways. This is going to be a tight... He might actually have to give up his dirt base, I think.
Yeah. Then again, what if INnoVation just pushes up into the natural? Oh, he scans. He sees that there's pretty much nothing there. He's going for it. Siege tank number 1 in position. Number 2. And there comes number 3. A little bit more forwards. There's only 1 Immortal here. Immortal needs to have more protection out of more gateway units. Snoopy. 2 Zealots coming in from the behind. Oracles coming in as well, being targeted down. The siege tank still stands strong. The Zealots are going down. There is 1 Stalker remaining, and it goes down as well. Oh, it's still very close though. Charge 5 seconds away from finishing here. The robotics facility will most likely go down. Actually, no. Oh, like, what is happening? Oh, he saves it.
The Immortal popped in just in time. Oh, man. That was such a close timing there.
Very, very clutch indeed. Man,
think one of
alright.
the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, he didn't do... He killed off quite a bit of the army, right? But he didn't do any economic damage. Classic still on 3 bases. INnoVation. He's doubling down on the attack. He's just adding more barracks right here. More... Well, also the starports. He's gonna go in again, Snoopy.
Yeah, he's gonna YOLO it. He's
Yeah.
like, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Exactly.
But I think
Wise
one of the
words.
things I liked about this game for Classic is that in the previous games, we again talked about the 2 base aggressive timing that Innovation has been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the past, Classic has been doing double forge constantly, getting
Okay.
the upgrade, and
Yep.
that kind of like delayed or not delayed, but kind of forced Classic to not have as much army to defend against that 2 base push.
Mm-hmm.
But this time around, he's only has only 1, so he had a bit more to defend, and again, he's right now in a pretty dominant position as he's got his 3rd base saturated, but he's still got to be careful of that big push that Innovation is about to prepare for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really good observation, actually. Very good call. He is adding the 2nd forge right now, though he is getting Storm as well. I mean, overall, INnoVation making a lot more Marauders than he is Marines, so that is going to be helpful against those Storms, of course. But overall, I'm still very worried for INnoVation here. But look at the army supply, 48 versus, well, it was 46 just a moment ago. I guess that's gonna tie up very quickly now that Classic has all those extra gateways. Right. Drop coming in, perhaps. No, pushing backwards first. Wanna try and get rid of that vision pylon over there. There is an observer as well. Gonna be spotting out this Terran army moving across here.
Oh, actually, he can park at the bottom here. That'd be pretty nice.
Oh my god, that is quite
Oh,
nasty.
but the storm drop there does kind of hurt some of the Bio army, but good spread.
Yeah, for sure. And there's still enough energy here to kind of mitigate the damage there. But then again, it's costing a lot of the energy. Oh, another good storm there. But still, again, nothing really dying to this. There we go. The first couple of Marines fall to the storm. Oh my dear lord. Widow Mines need to burrow quickly. Don't get any connections there. Classic still having such an incredible army here. Colossus now as well joining in. INnoVation realizing can't push up that weird area there. And now here it is, the final battle. It looks like the Zealots are heavy in numbers. The Storms are good. And GG is called. Classic taking another map. Not letting this go to a 5-1 victory for INnoVation.
Yep, he is not going down without a fight.
Exactly.
And that is good news for us because we can keep casting this amazing series.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think we will see INnoVation just kind of stick to the 2-base actually. But maybe he's gonna go into a 3rd base as well, at least at one point. I'm hoping it anyway, right?
I mean, it's pretty difficult because I think in INnoVation minds, the 2-base has been working, but it has come to a point where Classic has kind of caught on and kind of knows how to prepare for those 2 bases and can
Yeah.
expect it. Would it be a good idea to maybe change it up or add a cheese here or there? I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see, I guess.
maybe.
But the last map will be on. What was the last map again? Winter's Gate.
Oh yeah, Winter's Gate. Wow,
Yep.
people really don't like Winter's Gate, do they? It's a shame. I think it's a fun map, honestly. I like watching games on it.
Yeah, but I think it's probably too cold for people's liking.
Yeah, that's it. It's the temperature.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. We saw Triton also being the other map that didn't get chosen very quickly. Right, Classic asking to have 1 minute, please. Should be good. Are you going to give him the 1 minute? Needs to gather his thoughts here. and prepare for the next map. I mean, he still has a long way to go, right? He needs, what is it, 3 more victories here to make a comeback happen. Can he do it? Snoopy. I mean, we thought he was the favorite, but so far, INnoVation proving us wrong.
Yeah, I think Classic has been getting caught off guard with those 2 base pushes. But I don't know. I think I mean, he's got the skills to definitely come back and take the series here. But he's gonna definitely have to again defend against those 2 base pushes because I think if it goes to the long game, like the macro games, I feel like Classic has the upper hand there probably.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It was a very good adjustment actually, and I'm glad that you spotted it with the forges as well, right? Going for the double forge and then the one singular forge.
Yeah, I mean, going for the double forge, yes, the quality of your army will be better, but
Yeah,
he at this point with the 2 base pushes, he needs the quantity rather than the quality to just defend. So yeah, definitely a good call to go 1 forge last game instead of 2, and
yeah.
he was able to produce some units to defend, and yeah, we'll see if he can go on a 2-game winning streak here. Again, after the if Classic does take this game, the map pool will reset, so the players can choose from
True.
any of the ladder maps.
Whatever they want. Well, I mean, it's gonna be INnoVation picking whatever he wants, right? Unfortunately for Classic, he doesn't have any map choices left anymore because as soon as he loses one map, he's gonna lose the series. So,
Yep, that's correct.
Which probably means we're most likely we'll be seeing Disco Bloodbath after this one if INnoVation loses another map.
Yeah, we can go back to the map of Bernard or Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard.
Yeah,
We can see your Ewok buddy again.
exactly. My dear friend. Ah, the big purple Ewok. That is translucent. Dancing in the middle of Disco Bloodbath.
Yep, and this time we'll throw a foam party for him.
Oh, there's not really any unit that shoots foam, is there? Maybe like the roach, you can call that a sort of acidic foam, but other than that, it's not much.
Yeah, come to think of it, there's not much units that shoots out foam. Huh.
It's probably a good thing, right? It's probably like one of those graphic things that would just obscure too much of the map if you were having units just shooting out foam that just sticks around.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
the clouds of the Vipers, the blinding clouds.
oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That kind of shoots out bubbles.
Kind of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe even the High Templar, because High
Ooh.
Templar shoots out this little very weak attack, and bubbles don't hurt really. So
Yeah, I guess
kinda
so.
like-
Yeah, it's a singular bubble, like right.
it does 2 damage. So I think yeah.
Okay. Whoa, on match points in the top left side of the map of Winterscape. It's the blue Terran. He is INnoVation.
And we have in the bottom corner, the red Protoss looking to come back in the series. He is Classic. All right, 5-2 is this? No, 4-2 is the score, right?
Yep, it is.
All right.
A singular game away here for INnoVation.
All right, so one of the quirks about this map is there is a slow zone, a inhibitor zone, near the third base area. I think maybe that's why Winter's Gate isn't a lot of people's favorites. Because I think like similar to what was the map called? Not Turbo Cruise. Turbo Cruise, I think.
Yeah, Turbo Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, Turbo Cruise. They had that slow zone, the inhibitor zone. Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't like that. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if Blizzard will continue putting out maps like these in the ladder maps with those inhibitor zone, because they seem to not go over well with the majority of the players.
Or at least not the pro players. That is for sure. But you know what? I like them a lot better than I did on Turbo Cruise. Like Turbo Cruise, it was like already a very tiny choke, and then also you had the slow zones, right? I feel like here
Yeah.
there is definitely ways for you to go around it without it taking 3 minutes to move across the map, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a lot more wiggle room on this map, which I appreciate. And, you know, I think that's a sign of the map makers kind of learning, right, as well from the feedback that they get from the community. People didn't really like the slow zones, and, well, they found other ways to still make use of them here.
Definitely. I mean, if you ask me, you know, would I prefer Turbo Cruise or Winter's Gate? Yeah, I'll definitely choose Winter's Gate.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. What kind of builds are we seeing? It's kind of similar again, isn't it? Probably Widowmine opening once more from INnoVation. I mean, as long as he doesn't lose the Widowmine drop, as he did in game number 1, I feel like he should be okay with it.
Yep, he's going back to that 1-1-1 build here, making those Widow Mines. Looks like Classic is going for interesting. He's going for a 3-gate before any Twilight Council. Either he forgot about it, which I highly doubt about it, or he's just going for a really aggressive push. He's got the proxy pylon right there at the third base area of INnoVation, so it looks like he's looking to pressure.
Yeah. I think you're right on this one. INnoVation gonna be seeing that Stalker a little bit far forward there. And that might give him some clue as to what is going on. But still, it's going to be very dangerous for him, regardless of him figuring this out right now. But then again, I don't think he has a clue. I don't think he has a clue.
Yeah, he's in the dark. He only scattered one gateway in the main base. That's all.
Oh my god. Oh my god, INnoVation. Losing the medevac already. Widowmine stranded on the other side of the map now as well. Well, in the middle of the map, I suppose, but on the other side of where he needs them. Well, this is kind of awkward, isn't it?
Yep. He's waiting for one more warp in, I think, to finally go attack, because that he only has a bunker, is pretty vulnerable. He doesn't have any SCVs to repair it. Oh, now he sends it. Nice timing. But is it enough? There's only 3 SCVs. Oh, and he takes down the bunker. He only has Marine, no stim, no bunker. This is looking pretty scary. There is a tank on the way, but okay, yeah, he does have the tank. So yeah, I think he should be okay if he sieges up. Oh, but will he go in? Oh, nope. Too dangerous.
Okay. Okay, maybe waiting for another warp in. Maybe waiting for some of those shields to regenerate. Obviously, INnoVation doesn't have a medevac right now. None on the way either. The siege tank, it's in a pretty good position, but it's still also one of those positions where it's not too impossible to imagine the Stalkers getting on top of it. The Adepts blinking inside of the Marines, causing a lot of friendly fire. Now the Stalkers coming in as well. Second siege tank on the high ground, though. Maybe not something that Classic had envisioned being there. INnoVation holding strong so far.
Yeah, I really like the maneuver he did. He had the Adepts warping top of the Marines, so the tank did splash damage on top of the Marines, and now he has the Warp Prism. Oh boy, he's getting on top of the tank.
Doing it again, the Warp Prism with the Stalkers right on top, as you're saying, and well, oh my god, I think he may have still done it. Snoopy, how do you still beat this as INnoVation?
I mean, at this point, I mean, he's pulling all the SCVs he can to...
We don't mind. Don't hit those SCVs! GG. Oh.
Those traitor Widow Mines.
Oh my dear lord. They're like, don't worry guys, we'll help. Oh no! We just...
Nope.
We just killed our own mineral line. Well, alright. Oh, that was very unfortunate.
Yeah, and Classic taking a page out of INnoVation's 2 base pushes.
Yeah.
And actually winning it, and now he's only 1 game away from tying up the series here.
Very cool stuff. INnoVation just didn't figure out what was going on in time, and you know what, I guess he did try to make that siege tank, get the second one as well, just a little bit too vulnerable positioning-wise. And getting absolutely demolished. Using those adepts to cause those friendly fire shots. Maybe splitting up the Marines would have been very beneficial there for INnoVation as well, as you saw those adepts shades going inside of the Marine clump.
Oh yeah, that would have been. That would definitely help decrease the splash damage of those tanks. That
Yeah,
really was a really nice play by Classic there.
for sure, for sure. Anyway, let's take another brief moment, guys, to do another shout out, because events like these, they would not be possible without great sponsors, and we are very lucky to have these sponsors. I'm talking, of course, about 24-hour fitness. If you know what, if you need some fitness, bring your friends and get your results, the results that you want to achieve, you know what, fitness-wise and within your physical physique. Is that a thing you can say like that? Physical physique? I'm sure it is. Anyway, with a free fit plan, if you do bring your friend along, they can enjoy studio classes, pools, cardio equipment, which are all included within your membership, of course. And you can either sign up for one location near you or have access to all 436 locations nationwide. A wonderful deal indeed, and you know what, you'd be supporting esports as well. As you're working out, you're supporting esports. You're supporting Team Alpha X, and what, I mean, what more do you want? There's nothing more you can want. Is there? Please say yes, agree with me.
Yes, of course. I mean, and the best part is it's 24 hours, so they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, I mean, it's in the name, so.
Exactly. All right, beautiful.
Can't get better than that.
Disco Bloodbath on the way once more. Second time we're seeing this map. The first rotation is occurring here. INnoVation, can he make it work again on his favorite map? Here we go.
All right, spawning at the left side corner of the map. It is the blue Terran player. It's getting a little dicey for him. Can he close it out? It is INnoVation.
Right. And in the bottom right side on the 4 o'clock base location, spawning in the red color, it's the Protoss player. It is Classic. Okay, already a difference in strategy, right? At least positioning his buildings differently this time is Classic. Putting him at the ramp where the Reaper would come in. Don't know if he forgot previous time or if he just was thinking about siege tank pushes, right? Because if you do siege up over here with your siege tanks, you can kind of take advantage of Protoss building their production this close to the edge.
Yeah, I mean, but I think by that time, he only would have like a gateway and a cybernetic core there, so not too much important buildings. It's kind of like I think a Triton map where INnoVation did have the siege up on the buildings, but there was only like a gateway, a cybernetic core, and a Stargate. But by that time, he wasn't even making stalkers. He wasn't even making air units. He was just making charge lots and mortals. So
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't put any other important building there, I think he should be fine.
Yeah. To be fair though, I wouldn't want to point out that that was the second push as well, right? Kind of the more desperate push out of the two pushes that he did do.
Right.
Maybe if he went over there in that location with his first push, maybe he would have gotten a little bit more done. But then again, like, he was getting so incredibly close with that first push, right? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was definitely close. I mean, that mortal popped out just in the nick of time during that first push.
I had no idea what was gonna happen for such a long time. I was like, oh wait, oh no, oh crap. Oh well. Anyway, what are we seeing from these players? Is anything catching your eye? Not really for me.
No, I mean, it looks pretty similar. I mean, I see the sentries coming up, so yeah. I'm guessing a Twilight cancel.
I think you're right. Yeah, most likely will be that blink again. Twilight Council. As you said it. Calling it. Snoopy the professional.
He went for the same build order in the first time around and on this map. So I'm guessing he's gonna go for the same I guess build order. But again, he this time around he has a knowledge of INnoVation's deadly the two base push. So I think he should be better prepared this time around.
I hope so. I really do hope so. In Classic, I mean, foregoing the aggression early on this time as well. Oh my god, the Reaper Scouts everything. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure if this changes much for INnoVation. I guess it kind of allows him to go for the siege tanks, right? Instead of Widow Mines. If he wants to. But I'm not even sure if he wants to.
The first time around, INnoVation did go for that Marine, Marauder, and Widow Mine, a heavy army composition, and he was just like, he was abusing the I guess the map and just like flying into the main base and then attacking at the dirt as well. So I think Classic he definitely needs a good amount of map vision, to make sure that he doesn't die to those medevac drops. Make sure to snipe those medevac drops before it lands into his main base. Yeah,
I agree. Even if it doesn't really get a lot of kills, right? It's still, if it denies a lot of mining, it's an incredible amount of damage you're doing already. Just through sheer denial of mining here. Alright, one Widow Mine does connect, the other one... Nice dodge!
Oh, nice.
Jumping in the assimilator here. Widow Mines, hello? Where are you going? Where are you going, Widow Mines? Alright. I thought he was going to try to pick them up again with the medevac, but just letting them die there.
Alright, looks like the same kind of similar push there by INnoVation. He's making those 3 racks. He's making those Widow Mines. He is a little bit supply blocked, so that's unfortunate for him. That's going to definitely slow down the push a bit. But Classic, he's just going ahead and adding his gateways, getting the charge upgrade. And this time around, he's got actually a really quick Templar archive with a fast storm and 1 forge this time. So he's actually well prepared, at least this time around, compared to the first game.
Seems so, yeah. And again, coming in with those Blink Stalkers though, maybe a little bit too aggressive. Losing 2 of them. I mean, he does delay the push again, I guess a little bit here, right? Going in with the Stalks again. This time the Bio Army is out of position, but a lot of them are moving around again. I'm gonna try to cut off the escape, but not managing to do so. Does he not have concussive shell yet? No, he doesn't. Wow, it's 6 minutes 20. That is quite a surprise. Another drop coming in here, actually, into the main base, denying more mining. Big recall being forced. And, well, it's only 3 stocks, actually, but that's more than enough, combined with those other 2 stocks, to deny anything bad from happening here.
Yep, and the push is commencing here. I think, how many Templar archives out there? There's a total of 4 Templar archives out in the map here with energy. But it's going to come down to the split. Can INnoVation split? Actually, no, he's going to go right into the main base just like last time.
Oh my god. One medevac going down. Snoopy, I'm not sure if... Well, I guess the Widow Mines get a really good position here, don't they?
Oh, and these probes kind of being lazy to transfer over. But nice splitting here. There's a very little area that he can clump up and have the Templar storm. I would like INnoVation to actually attack the third base while this is happening, but he's gonna stick around there. Oh, and he is gonna fly over to the third base. And look at this, he's abusing the map here.
So good. Please kill that pylon. There you go, INnoVation. Making the work happen here. And he is coming in very strong into the third base. The High Templar are trying their best to keep up with this Bio Army that is just moving around with light speed. using those medevacts. A reasonable storm there. But he's gonna need, well, at least 5 more of those to really finish this off.
Yeah, with on that storm there. But nice splitting.
It's getting close. Just needs a couple of zealots now to come in here. Good dodge on that Widowmine shot. One more good storm. Oh, the third base does go down though. More Widowmines being burrowed as well. Killing off more Protoss units. I think INnoVation may have done it. Dealt the damage that he was looking for. And he's not done yet. 68 army supply for 27. Snoopy, are we just seeing INnoVation now crush it here? Is he going to take this map, do you think?
It's looking really good for him. I mean, classic. I think he's looking very in prime position to tie up this series. But again, he's got to defend. Oh wait, no, actually, sorry, my bad. INnoVation is primed to take out classic here and take out this take the series here.
Oh. If he kills this other Nexus, that would be absolutely massive. Trying his best not to die to the storm, but 9 more probes do go down as INnoVation is putting on more aggression in the third and natural base. Lining
oh my god, and the
up
Liberators. This is going to be a tough position to break out of with those Liberators, and that their base is pretty much vulnerable.
Yeah. It's not going to do much else anymore. In comes a storm right on top of the Liberators, but actually only hitting one of them. Very unfortunate. Oh my god, he snipes a High Templar there as well. INnoVation on the fire. Widowmine as well, hitting another High Templar. Things are going from bad to worse for Mr. Classic here. Classic trying his best to come in again. Down the ramp though, against the Widowmines, against the Bio in a beautiful arc. And GG is called. INnoVation is our champion here. Winning the Alpha Pro Elite Series. What a game, what a series.
What a series.
INnoVation proving us completely wrong, Snoopy. Showing us how it's done. And that he still has it. And this is his year.
Yeah, he's showing why he was a previous GSL Code S champion. Even though he's going in a slump this year, proving that he can be always deadly in a given moment, in a given time. And yeah,
exactly.
did win the series 5-3. Classic had a nice little run there to try to close it at the end, but just was a little too late, too far ahead for INnoVation to catch back up.
Exactly. Now, if I'm not mistaken, guys, do stick around. We still have a winner's interview with INnoVation, and Hajin-san is going to help us out with that interview. So, yeah, do definitely stick around. We got some good questions lined up. And, yeah. That should be coming up fairly shortly. Let me just double check with our admins. Looks like Mikael's stream, that was the French one, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's not gonna join us for the interview, unfortunately, because of the stream issues that they were having. And they apparently had a lot more people there for Classic watching as well instead of INnoVation. So, oh well. So here we go. We are being added into the conversation, guys. Hang on. And we'll talk to INnoVation himself very shortly. Well, I guess through Hajin-san, so... Let's see. Maybe we can take some questions as well from chat if we wanted to. I'm not sure, there's a lot of Koreans, of course. Not sure if we can take the Korean questions, but maybe Potato can translate some of them for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't read Korean, but we do have some translators, so that should hopefully help us out.
Right, there we go. We're getting some nice questions. that I can see from our admins. That is very nice. Win this interview. Let me see. I'm always scared to just call the Winters interview myself. You know, make the phone call happen.
Yeah, I think best just to wait for them to call us.
Yeah. Be the shy gamer boys that we are. Anyway, all right. Do you have some good questions for INnoVation? Anything you would like to ask him?
That's interesting. I didn't even think of any. I didn't prepare because I was just added last minute to the casting. But hopefully I'll try to think of some. I guess maybe I'll just add. I'll ask Snoopy's or Sushi's questions.
All right. INnoVation says he only has Skype.
Oh,
Let me see if I actually have Skype still. Huh.
well, you can make a Discord account without making an account. So you can make an ID and then enter to the web browser and then just leave and then without creating a Discord account.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Um.
All right, looks like we're going on Skype.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
even
difficult
remember.
for me. Might have to make a new account for Skype if we if we do this.
Oh, huh. All right, so we have you that doesn't have a Skype account. We have INnoVation that doesn't have a Discord account.
Yeah, yeah. This is these are the barriers that you have sometimes when you are talking about, well, cause continents. Wait, is there? Can you even make a link for like a group chat like this? Or would we have to make a server?
No, you could invite for a group chat.
What's the link for the group chat? Can you find it, or as I
Uh,
am trying to make a Skype account
oh, you mean on Skype or on Discord?
on Discord.
Oh, Discord. I think you just say add friends to add friends button on the top,
All right, yeah.
and then
Oh no,
at the
wait,
bottom,
that is
or
not what I
invite,
wanted to do.
and then create a link
Copy.
to add a friend at the bottom.
There it is. I'm still making the Skype account. It's probably useful to have.
Yeah, I used to use Skype a lot, but then I kind of switched over to Discord, and I haven't really used Skype ever since.
Right. I have... Alright, I have Skype on as well right now.
All right, so are we going on Skype or? Wait, honestly,
Oh, there he is. There he is.
all right, awesome. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Evening to you.
Yeah, it's good day. I mean, like I'm in Berlin, so
Right. Well, yeah, okay. Hajin-san, you are in Berlin.
Eh.
Anyway, how are you?
Good, good. And you?
I'm
How
doing
did you
well.
enjoy the game?
They were very well played. Very cool games. I
Mhm.
did make a Skype account as well if we have to make a switch.
신영아? 마이크. 네.
들려요?
여보세요? 이제 들린다.
네.
Hello. There he
Hello.
is. All right. So we have a couple of questions, of course, for INnoVation. First of all, a question from me. What was his mindset going into this? Like, did he think he had a good chance of winning this? Like, did he, was he afraid of Classic at the moment?
이제 첫 번째 질문은 오늘 경기를 임하시는 생각이 어땠나요? 약간 자신 있다 아니면은 김도우 선수 약간 무서운데 약간 이런 느낌이었나요?
뭐 자신은 있었고요. 토스전이 좀 그래도 나름 연습 때는 있어가지고 이길 것 같기는 했었어요.
Well, I was actually confident coming into this match because I won most of the time in my TVP right now when I practice, so I was confident.
Okay. All right, another question. We saw pretty much no late game from him today in the TVP. Does he still think Protoss is very much favored, even though with the new patch in the late game? Or
오늘 경기를 하면서 약간 후반을 안 보여주셨는데 이제 테란 토스전을 할 때 아직도 토스가 후반에는 좀 유리하다고 생각하시나요?
토스가 뭐 괜찮기는 한데 테란도 할만한 것 같긴 해요.
It's fine for the Protoss, but actually Terran can still play, so it's fine.
it's fine. Okay. So more so due to personal preference, then I'm assuming. Okay. All right. More and more Chinese teams are picking up Korean players and playing in Chinese Team League. He himself finds himself just joining KaiZ. I hope I'm saying that correct. Any thoughts about the league and if it will encourage more StarCraft 2 players in Korea as well?
요새 점점 이제 중국 리그도 생기고 이제 중국 팀도 새로 생기면서 그리고 최근에 또 이신영 선수도 중국 팀에 들어가셨는데 그 중국 팀 이름 어떻게 발음하죠?
카이지?
카이즈?
KaiZ?
네. 그런데 이렇게 막 리그도 생기고 팀도 생기는 게 이 좋은 현상인가요? 이제 한국 선수에게도 이렇게 좋은 영향을 끼치나요?
뭐 리그가 많을수록 좋다고 생각을 하고 또 한국에서는 프로리그가 없는데 지금 중국에서 다시 생겨나는 것도 되게 좋다고 생각을 하고 이번에 팀 새로 들어갔는데 최근에 엊그저께 져가지고 좀 꼭 그 우승 시킬 수 있게 열심히 해야 될 것 같아요.
So yeah, indeed, more the better. So more leagues there are, better it is for the scene. And there's no more pro league in Korea, but now there's a Chinese pro league, so it's nice. And well, so I recently joined a new team, but unfortunately I lost a few days ago. So I really hope to do my best to be able to lead my team to victory.
All right. Good stuff. Also, let's see another question from our admins. We didn't see any Raven openings from him today. We've seen him do this often in the past. Any reason for that? Is it because of the new patch with Stimpack, or is it because of Classic, his playstyle specifically?
옛날에 이제 이신호 선수가 밤가 오프닝을 많이 했는데 오늘은 그걸 한 번도 보지 못했어요. 뭐
네.
특별한 이유가 있나요? 이번에 패치가 뭐 스팀이 좋아져서 아니면은 김도우 선수한테 맞춤 빌드인가요?
그냥 스팀 타이밍이 빨라져서 조금 더 압박 타이밍을 땡기려고 그렇게 했었어요.
Yeah, so with the new patch, you have an early Steam timing, so you can pressure earlier. That's why I went for this.
Makes a lot of sense. All right. Let me see. Any questions you want to ask right now, Snoopy, or we still got
yeah,
some on the
sure.
list as well, if we once.
Yeah. Yeah. like the over the past year or two, we've seen a lot of foreign players improve in terms of their skills. Want to ask innovation, what are the thoughts on the foreign scene right now?
아, 이제 마지막 질문 하자면은 올해 이제 외국인 선수들이 되게 많은 좋은 모습을 많이 보여줬어요. 그래서 이신영 선수는 어떻게 생각하시나요? 이제 외국인 선수의 실력에 대해서?
되게 잘한다고 생각하고 또 개인 선수들이 열심히 하기 때문에 비슷한 것 같아요, 지금.
그러니까 그게 특별한 이유가 있을까요? 약간 한국 선수들이 팀이 없어지면서 많이 나태해져서 그런가요? 아니면은 어떤 이유 때문에 이렇게 갑자기 비슷해진 걸까요?
팀이 없어서 뭐 연습을 좀 예전만큼 안 하는 것도 있을 것 같기도 하고 뭐 잘 모르겠어요, 저도.
So I have a few extra questions that I'll translate everything later. But 제가 그래서 생각을 해봤는데 약간 외국에서는 신인 선수들도 계속 나오고 있잖아요.
네.
근데 한국에서는 별로 못 본 것 같은데 그 이유가 있을까요? 그러니까 저는 이제 한국인으로 이제 보기에 좀 되게 슬프거든요. 되게 속상하고
네.
약간 한국 선수들이 다 이겨야 되는데 당연히 그래서 진짜 어떻게 하면은 이제 다시 한국 선수들도 약간 동기부여가 돼서 열심히 할 수 있을까요?
뭐 리그가 많이 있고 뭐 상화가 잘 되면 열심히 하지 않을까 생각해요.
본인 지금 열심히 하고 있습니까?
뭐 나름의 열심히 하고 있어요.
네. So he thinks that the foreign players are good and that they're trying hard to play better, and now they have a similar skills than Koreans. So I ask, why is that? Like, how come that the Korean players, or is it a problem of motivation? What happened there? Is it because like all the team disbanded? And he said, yeah, it kind of had an effect as well because the team disappears, so players practice less. Maybe there's less motivation. And so then I asked, like, what can we do? As a Korean, from a Korean point of view, it's pretty sad, to see what happened at Jessa versus the World or see the scene and to see all the Koreans, underperforming compared to what we were expecting from them. So, and then INnoVation said, well, I think with the new leagues, players, that might motivate the players and they might do better. And then at the end, I ask personally INnoVation, like, are you trying hard? Are you? Because so this is more like a Korean insight because there's a lot of feedback on the Korean Reddit that they're being harsh. People are being harsh, and they're kind of criticizing the players, especially after the Jesse versus the World. They gave a really hard time to the Korean players. So I asked if he was doing his best, if he was practicing hard. Well, it's kind of a trick question because he'll never say, "Oh, you don't know, I don't care." No, he'll never say that. So yes, he said he's practicing hard and he's trying his best. But it's a really typical answer. But I think it's interesting to have this chat about the foreign scene, and I'd love to organize like a talk show or something with the players to have their honest opinion about that.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Honestly, I think there's some market for that as well. Would you be combining like the Korean scene more so with the foreign scene, or would you be more? I'm very interested in what that would be.
Like,
sorry.
So was it a question that you want me to?
Yeah, sure.
So should I ask him if he wants the Region Luck away gun? I mean, is it what you meant?
I meant more towards you. A question like if you were planning on making such a show or something like that.
Oh, I'd love to, but it depends. I have to talk with the players first, but I'd love to do that. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I have another question regarding the games as well. We were seeing a lot of switching between the Widowmine tech and the Siege Tank tech route. I'm kind of curious what the reasoning behind that was. Like, how does he make up his mind between when to go for Widowmines and when to go for Siege Tanks?
오늘 경기에 대해서 질문이 또 남았다고 하네요. 오늘 빌드를 보면은 약간 전차로 먼저 가거나 아니면은 땅거미 지뢰 이 둘로 약간 길이 갈리는 것 같은데 어떻게 결정을 내리시나요? 땅거미 지뢰로 갈까? 전차로 갈까?
그냥 뭐 느낌대로 하는 거고요. 뭐 전차하면 그냥 좀 왜 타이밍 잡으려고 하는 거고.
그냥 느낌? 다른 거 없이?
네.
Well, it's just on the feelings.
On the feelings. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
but you know, when I go for the siege tank, it's more for the timing though.
Okay.
Can I ask one last question?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so you really like the Doom drop on Disco Bloodbath, and it seems like Disco Bloodbath seems like a really good map for drops. Do you believe that Disco Bloodbath could possibly be very Terran favored? And do you feel like this will be picked by a lot of Terrans?
진짜 마지막 질문인데요. 이제 그 디스코 블러드 바스인가? 그 새로운 맵 있잖아요. 거기서 드랍을 되게 많이 쓰시던데, 그 맵이 테란 유저에게 많이 유리하다고 생각하시나요? 그리고 이제 테란들이 이제 많이 선호하는 맵이 될 것 같나요?
뭐 그렇게 많이는 안 해봐서 유리한지는 잘 모르겠는데 그냥 그 드랍 본진 드랍하기가 좋은 맵이어가지고 아무래도 도우 형이 잘 못 막더라고요. 그래서 네, 선택한 것도 있고 나쁘지 않은 것 같아요. 맵이.
So I'm not sure exactly that it's really Terran favor because I haven't played many games yet on that map. But it's true that this map is good to drop in the main, and I saw that Classic couldn't really defend well against this main the drop. So yeah, so I think so, but I'm not sure yet.
All right. All right. Let me see. I'm kind of through my personal questions. I'm kind of curious.
Okay,
Snoopy,
can I add
Yeah.
just one last question?
We keep saying that is the last question,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
just kind of feel bad for him, but yeah.
We'll just end on a fun question. I've always wondered. I just want to ask INnoVation. Has anyone told you that you look very much like the anime character from Mob Psycho 100?
Like who?
The anime character from Mob Psycho 100.
100?
Yeah. Oh no, Mob Psycho. Yeah, Mob Psycho 100. The anime. Do you know?
I don't know. I don't think it does.
Okay.
Mob Psycho?
Yeah.
Well, let me Google it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me Google the title in Korean. 이제 좀 재밌는 질문으로 끝내고 싶어 하시는데 혹시 모브 사이코 100이라는 만화 아시나요?
아니요.
Yeah, I'll post a picture in the Discord chat.
그 디코에 사진 보는데 혹시 자신이 이 캐릭터 닮았다고 생각하세요?
모르겠네요.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he's basically One Punch Man with hair.
Yeah. It's from the same creator from One Punch Man.
좀 닮은 것 같은데.
네.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for your time, INnoVation. Also, Hajin-san, so much appreciated for helping us out with these interviews. It always adds so much to the entire show, so very much appreciated. And yeah, we hope to see you next time again.
Yeah, thank you. 수고하셨습니다.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Bye-bye.
INnoVation.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. There we go.
Alrighty.
That's it then for us today, everyone. One last shout out to our sponsors, GameStop and 24-Hour Fitness. Marvelous people doing marvelous things for the esports community. Go check them out. And yeah, thank you, Snoopy, as well, jumping in last second. I know it was very early for you, but you stuck through. And you know what? You did a great job, dude. Thank you so much for helping
thank
me
you.
out.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's good to hear. That's always good to hear. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. And we hope to see you next time again as well. So, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.